Marshall ain't hooping around the Terry out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing it did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it out. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheered out. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, 1 o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. To get us started, kicker Sam Sloman. And off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Eckler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it?
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Herbert operating from the red zone. Being chased down left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Eckler now between the tackles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 4th down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Suckup's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out. Able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go again to Jones. And some space here. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 10-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. On first down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the option, here's Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. An inside give to Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Man, 188 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This will be taken in by Hightower. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Rodgers. Catch made by the running back, Aaron Jones. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, You would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To the air again, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 21 yards away. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side. 20. 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 42-yard line.
Now Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Succop. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 45, Packers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Complete to Newsom. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
He finds his target, Allen. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to...
It's that heat, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance.